Hey guys, Kyle D here again with another digital economics update. And recently I was running the math on the industry that I know is coming. I'm calling it the silent billion-dollar industry. In fact, it's already here for everybody who knows how to use it, but so few people are picking up on this and catching on to it. I'm honestly just confused and surprised. So the truth is, businesses who can get traffic and turn that traffic into leads, sales, and customers have the keys to the new billion-dollar industry. How does it work? What does that mean? Why are most people missing out? Keep watching, I'll show you here in a second. Alright, so I'm calling this the silent billion-dollar industry. And what I mean by that is that there are new technologies showing up that will change the way we work and earn forever. And this is happening fast. This is going to be within the next 3 to 5 years. So clearly you've seen Uber, Amazon, and other companies using automation to make record profits and build paradigm-changing businesses, right? But did you know that automation is going to affect our jobs and our income at the small business level, at the everyday level, and especially for the companies we currently work for? So who is this important for? This is if you're an employee or a team leader working for a company, if you're a small business manager or owner, or maybe you're thinking about starting a business. See, there are emerging technologies in automation that are likely to change and disrupt pretty much every industry, like I said, in the next 3 to 5 years, and I'll explain why in the next couple minutes. My view of the business world tells me that there are very important changes coming, so you want to pay attention here. But really, I'm going to switch it up for you. I'm going to change it up. My experience as a technology consultant and a digital marketing consultant gives me a bit of a unique view of where I can really see what's on the horizon. And as I was saying, there are several things coming where technology is getting cheaper and more automated. So we hear this idea of automation is going to take over, robots are going to take over, and when we think of that, we think of like robots with arms, that do things, to build a car or to do whatever, and surely that's something, but what I want you to think about is how information travels on the internet, because as you know, the world has become very digitized, and the income that everybody generates is connected to the internet and technology in some way. So what people don't see and why this is silent is because we're thinking of technology like robots and other things, self-driving cars that are going to, in a sense, take over the economy. But really, it's the way information is transferred on the web from social media to from Google, from YouTube into businesses and into different things like that will be more disruptive to probably your job and probably your industry than you might be realizing. But really, I want to zoom out for a minute, because where I think this is really going is you don't have to be a tech genius to profit from this automation revolution. And the reason why is storytelling remains the most high paid skill in the world. And from Steve Jobs to Steven Spielberg to great presidents and leaders throughout history, if you can tell a story, if you understand how to tell a story, and that doesn't mean it has to be fake, it just means you have to present information in a clear and compelling way. And this is content on the web, guys. This is content. These are words, text, and images that you can arrange and organize to help tell your business story, your product story, or whatever the case may be in a more compelling way. We estimate that less than 10% of businesses are really doing this well, and businesses that don't get on this bandwagon or don't understand how to use storytelling through content are really going to be at a severe disadvantage, because you're relying on old methods of marketing and gaining attention for your business. And if your business is flat, if your business isn't growing, if your business is kind of doing things the old way, if you have that stale feeling in your company, ask any millennial in your company and ask what they think about your company, then you're going to know if you're on the up track or not. Odds are, like I said, most businesses are not advancing as fast as they should. So again, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a small business owner, or whether you work for a company, these are things you want to be aware of. And with today's video, I'm really just bringing awareness to this because, again, most people just aren't aware this is coming. So understanding web content is the link to making a great living, whether it's in your business or for a company you work for. If you understand this, you're going to be ahead of the curve for the next 3 to 5, maybe 10 years. And most importantly, people that don't understand this concept and at least the general basics of how this works, you're going to get rolled out, your job's going to be obsolete, and you're going to wonder why. Of course, there's exceptions to that. You might be thinking, well, I'm a scientist, and you say, well, that's never really going to change my world. But the way your company gets business and the way your company uses these things it will tell you whether or not the company that you're working for is going to be in business or whether it's going to dramatically change over the next several years. So even if it's not in your role, if you sign up for a new company or go work for a company, you want to be aware if they're ahead of these things, or are they falling behind, or are they kind of old school. And more, that's just, you just can't afford to be old school this day and age because of how fast things are changing and how much and how powerful the internet is. So really, content comes in several shapes, right? Video, images, text, and we know there's millions of users, whatever we'll call it, traffic on the web, right? There's millions of users all over the web, and they are they're looking for things. They're looking for products for the company you work for. They're looking for products for the ones you might make and sell. But the question is, can they find you? And when they find you, are they signing up? Are they becoming customers? Are they becoming loyal fans? Are they becoming followers? And the only way to do that, in my experience over the last 15 years, is to create content that compels people from being a click or a piece of traffic or a follower into actually being a customer and actually being a loyal audience, a loyal fan, etc. So it doesn't matter if it's product oriented, it can be just story oriented, it could be mission oriented. And in fact, influencers this day and age are primarily just good storytellers. You see very unique people becoming, in a sense, famous overnight. They don't have a product, they don't have a business, they're just very, very good storytellers, whether that's in, again, images, video, or text. Instagram, you can become, in a sense, wealthy and famous on Instagram by just putting up good images. So people who understand digital storytelling really have a powerful key and skill set for the new economy. And really what the name of the game is for any business or any person, you have to understand these dynamics of how traffic starts from either Google or social media, and how it goes to a page where there's content and they're integrated into your idea and your story. And really, guys, we are living in unprecedented times. We have the power of a global media network in our own hands. And that's really what's fascinating to me, is that, these things that we're doing, we all have these video capabilities, we all have these tools, but very few people are using it, primarily because they don't think they understand it and how powerful it can be. So if you're thinking about my story, if a college dropout can drive millions in sales, which is what I've done over the last several years for my clients, if I could figure this stuff out, you definitely can, especially when you learn from somebody who's already doing it. And it's really important that you at least understand the concepts in the economy we're headed towards, and that will make you more relevant when getting a job. That will help you build your company better. Most people are building organizations, I call it, in your grandfather's economy. There was the old economy, which was built on paper and pencils and grids and charts, and now the digital economy has evolved so much that the way we start and grow businesses is totally different now than what people were doing 10 years ago. And yet I still see people go out and try to start businesses the old-fashioned way, and they're in for a long and slow road. So here's what I want you to think about for this video. Is your company using content and low-cost traffic to drive growth and sales? Have you been thinking about starting a business or looking for a way to get more sales or get sales for that new business? Because as you know, with a business, you definitely need customers, right? And are you interested in learning more about this industry, the content production industry? You can go to your local communities, help businesses in your communities create content. You can create content for a mission or project that you're working on. And for the company you already work for, you can help them make better content, which is going to get them more traffic, which will increase to perhaps pay raises and job security for you. So there's really nobody that this is not going to affect. So more importantly, let me know what ideas this brings up for you. I'm just creating videos here to start conversations and to help bring you into the idea of what's happening here. We're going to be creating these videos every week, and we have several projects we're working on that are going to really help businesses and organizations create content in powerful stories and drive traffic to those stories in ways that nobody else is doing yet. We're really excited about it. Stay tuned, and most importantly, comment down below, tag somebody you think needs to hear this, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Thanks so much.